Hey guys, Brad here from Scooter Street. Today I'm going to show you how to change the drive belt on your scooter. And to do that, I have this Vespa S50 behind me. We're going to be changing the belt on. Now, if you don't have an S50, it doesn't matter. It's 99% of the same process, regardless of what model of scooter you have. Now, why would you need to change your drive belt? Well, drive belts are made of rubber, so over time they will deteriorate, and if left unchecked and unchanged, they will eventually explode, leaving you stranded on the side of the road, which obviously is something we'd like to prevent. So the best way of doing that is by regularly checking and changing your drive belt at the designated intervals. Now, for this scooter behind me, Piaggio 50cc's, generally tends to be around the 10,000 K mark. For a lot of sort of more than 200cc scooters, it's generally around the 20,000 K because they have a much beefier drive belt. But regardless, you should be checking it and changing it regularly. So, gonna get into changing the drive belt on this one behind me so I can show you how to change the drive belt on pretty much any scooter. Now first up, we're gonna get our factory airbox off because on most of the Piaggio models, the airbox stops us from being able to get the transmission cover bolt out. Next up, obviously transmission cover bolts. Now, once these are out, the transmission covers can often get a little bit jammed, so if you give the kickstart a couple of little whacks, it'll usually free it up. All right, luckily on the Piaggios, they're both 15mm nuts, front and rear, nice and easy. Now make sure you keep this front pulley, the outer pulley, make sure you keep it all together. On a lot of models, there's washers and things that are conical washers that need to be put back in exactly the same way. We're going to squeeze it down into the rear pulley so we have a bit of slack at the front. We can get it over the crankshaft. I'm going to try and keep all of this together so it goes back exactly how it came off. I want to make sure that the belt isn't being bound up between those two conical faces. So I'll just get the nut on there first, keep everything in place. I'm going to make sure that belt is not being bound up between the two faces. I want everything to be tight and the belt to not be in the way. Otherwise, as soon as we start the bike up, the belt moves and then everything becomes loose. We don't want that. So always best to use a rag on the Piaggios, otherwise the teeth will mince up your fingers. So tight, but not excessively tight. I'm going to rotate it, make sure we pick up the slack on the belt and ready to put our cover back on. Easy as that. Okay, all done, easy as that. Now, if you're doing this at home, we've obviously used a cordless impact driver here. You might not have one. If you don't, you can actually get, for most makes and models, one of these, which is a Variator locking tool. Now this one here is obviously a Piaggio one, but the way this works is that these teeth here, the bolts to the casing and the teeth lock off the outer fan pulley, allowing you to remove the Variator nut without an impact driver. They also have a couple little pins with bungs at the end to allow you to lock off the clutch valve, so you can remove that rear nut as well. And if you want to change your clutch springs later, they do have some additional functionality for the big, large clutch spring at the back. Now, maybe you're watching this video and you're sort of not sure, maybe you bought your bike secondhand, you're not sure how old the belt is in your bike or when it was changed. Well, the easiest way to check the wear of your belt, whether it's needing changing or not, so grab your belt, what you want to do is turn it inside out, and you want to look for cracks between the teeth, between each of the rubber teeth. Now, if you've got cracks, even small cracks, usually means it's time to change your belt. Maybe you can get away with a little bit more sort of usage of it, but if it blows, again, you're going to be stuck on the side of the road. It's going to be a real sort of pain. So safest option is if you have cracks on the inside of the teeth of the belt, just change it, get a brand new one in there. Maybe even put a little sticker or some writing under the seat with the amount of Ks on your bike when you changed it. That way, next time round, you won't have to guess. You'll know, as I mentioned, pretty much all bikes have a set interval in which you're supposed to change the belt. And that way you'll just be able to compare to the Ks when you changed it to the current Ks and know whether your belt is coming up for replacement. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, if you have any questions, please let us know in the comments. We endeavor to answer every single one. If you got something useful out of this video, please help us out by go ahead and hitting the like button as well. And if you haven't already, obviously go ahead and hit the sub button if you want to see more stuff like this. Anyway, thanks for watching again, guys. Have a great week and we'll see you next time.